What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications with these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So I was debating on just doing a standard live Q&A, but I figured let's implement some of the more popular recent topic, if you will. Who's excited to wear stuff for summer? Because those videos have been gaining a bit of traction. We did the requested clone version of that today. The summer fragrance video from like 4 days ago has got 20,000 views. People are excited to pull out their summer freshie. So I figured we'd expand upon that. I actually have 8 more because I got summer fragrances galore. Okay. These are some that I'm quite excited. I mean, I could do a top 50 and still not cover all the ones I'm excited to wear this summer because I love the fresh stuff. I love the tropical stuff. I love the aquatics. I love the citruses. I love all of that. So we're going to dive into a few more and have a little back and forth between us if you don't mind. And then as far as my scent choice today, Dumont Nitro Pour Homme, the brown bottle. This reminds me of a more citrus dominant Montal Wood and Spices, Nico Sculpture. It's of that scent profile family, a lot of orange blossom, spice, and woods. Has Montal Wood and Spices performance. And honestly, I think it's probably of the 3 that I mentioned here, including this one, I think probably the best smelling one of the bunch. It's between this one and Montal Wood and Spices because that one's a little bit more powdery, whereas you don't have all that powderiness here. A little bit, but not as much. And it doesn't have any creaminess to it, really. Again, more on the citrus as well. Similar, but not same. Great performance. Full review out tomorrow. Been spending time with the last couple of nights. These nitro fragrances, man, they continue to impress me. So we'll wait till around 10 minutes to dive into the topic. Let's see who's doing what in the chat. I see we got 60 people in the first 2 minutes. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way in. It does indeed help. So let's see who's here and who's wearing what. John Carlo, good to see you. Polo Cologne Intense. That is an underappreciated fragrance. Good to see you, Donald. Blue Electrique. Thank you for the recommendation on that red door. My mom loved it. Sweet. Sweet. I'm glad that worked out. Like I said, that's my grandmother's signature. She's been wearing it for as long as I can remember, probably possibly even my entire life. And like I said, it reminds me of an elegant, mature lady. That's how I've always felt about it. I'm glad she loves it. That's a timeless fragrance for ladies. It really is. Elizabeth Arden Red Door, for those of you that didn't know. Glad it worked out, Donald. Some must-haves, a stopover in the creeks. That is a good one. That's not one of the 8 that I have here, but if I was to keep on expanding on this, which I very well could. Like I said, I got a ton of great summer-appropriate fragrances. That's a really good one. AJ, good to see you. I mean, fall technically would be my favorite season, but I would be lying if I didn't say I get just as excited for summer because I love the freshies. But the thing is, towards the end of the summer, I'm ready to put the freshies away and wear some heavier, spicier stuff. It's just fraghead problems. What can I say? You know, good to see you, though. Wearing Gin Tonic. Great choice. Good to see you, Will. Light Blue Swimming in Lipari. Excellent choice. My main man, Sactastic Voyage, is wearing a different one, Living Stromboli. So rocking the light blue flankers today. Good to see you, sir. Le Beau Le Parfum, my favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance. Jonathan, my main man, great to see you. H24 EDT, hope you're doing well. Dan, not the man. Hawassa Ice, y'all are smelling good today, I got to say. Aura Fresh, that is great stuff. There's, I can pose a pretty good argument for not even bothering with Versace Vano Fresh because that's so accurate to it and it lasts longer. You can lose brightness at the top. It smells the same and it lasts longer. Good to see you, sir. Fan Your Flames, great fragrance. Paradis Valhalla, I've never tried that one. I don't think I've ever even really heard that one, honestly. Good to see you as well, sir. Manny. I mean, of course, Eros Energy probably has everybody excited because we've been saying for a while we need a new Versace fragrance. And they give us an Eros flanker. The last time they gave us a new Versace was an Eros flanker. It was Eros Parfum. So, I mean, a heavily citrus Eros, a freshie that maybe has a little bit of Eros' DNA. I'm here for it. I'll blind buy it. I bet it's going to be good. Love the color scheme of the bottle and everything. Of course, I had people messaging me, sending me the post and everything. Guys, 9 times out of 10, not every time. There's a lot of times you guys are like, hey, you heard about this and I didn't hear it. But 9 times out of 10, I get the inside scoop on some of these. And usually before you see those posts fly up, I'll usually get it sent to me ahead of time. Depends. It's not every time for every release, but when it's stuff that a few people know I'm really going to enjoy, they'll tease me with it before they put the post out. So, yeah, trust me, I was on the ground floor of that before it got posted yesterday. So I was just as giddy and excited as the rest of you, that I can promise. I'm going to like it. I'm confident I'm going to like it. Of course, there's always potential to be let down, though, right? Sweetie Udney, Solar Blue. Had to throw a Solar. Definitely a 10 out of 10. With you on that, man. We got 100 in the first 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll start with the topic in about another 5 minutes. Definitely hit that thumbs up on your way in. For those of you just getting here, we're going to be talking about some more summer must-haves because we've been talking stuff we're excited to wear for summer lately. The videos have been doing really well in the last 5 days that I've done 2 of them. One for pretty much designers and some niche, and then today I did the affordable clone stuff as requested. And they're, a lot of engagement right now. So I figured let's expand upon it in today's stream. And I've got 8 more that magnificent for me personally. So I could keep going and going with these summer fragrances I'm excited to wear. Torino 21, 87 degrees today. Cremo, Saltwater in Cyprus. What's going on? Terrence, LV Symphony. Acknowledge me indeed. Dior Sport 2021. I wore that on Sunday. Literally right here. I've never heard of this. Cody, good to see you. Chanel Allure Homme. I've never tried the original. I've tried pretty much all of them except for the original, believe it or not. A Blockade Barricade. It's a dead ringer. I'm not surprised. Hanny does really good work. It does look good. It definitely does look good. I mean, shit, we might as well. What the hell? We keep mentioning it before we dive into our topic. I guess real quick, we'll take a little gander at it on eye fragrance. So yellow with that like bronze-ish colored cap. It looks good. And then it's loaded with citrus. I mean, how can you not get excited? Bergamot, blood orange, lime, lemon, grapefruit, loaded with citrus. Pink pepper, black, currant, white, amber, patchouli, musk, oak moss. Nothing about that says Eros, right? I'm sure Eros's DNA is sprinkled in there because Flame takes a pretty good departure, but Eros is still at the core of it. And Flame is most people's favorite. These Eros flankers that faintly resemble Eros, I mean, I wouldn't mind them doing a few more if they keep doing it right. This looks like it could be great, I'm excited for it. Everything about that says summer banger to me. You got citruses, you got fruits, you got zest, you got a little bit of sweetness without loads of vanilla. Vanilla's not listed, but it's an Eros flanker. There's got to be vanilla in there somewhere, right? And mint, there's no mint listed. Like the core notes, apple, no apple listed. Core notes for Eros are not listed, but we will see. I'm excited for it. Dior Sport 2021. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Topped off with Edition Blanche. All right. Kix Griffey's in the house. Vetiver Sensual. Kix Griffey approved FW Wolfpack for life. We just talked about it. I mean, I'm behind in the comments. Where in Louisiana do you live? I was born in Lake Charles. I'm from Houma. Houma. Bonjour. Good to see you as well. Let's see. Terre Diamez. Oh, Intense Vetiver. Classy. Elegant. Rough opening for me, but dry down's gorgeous. I have a bottle. It took me a long time to come around to that one. We're going to have some fun with it. Herbe Vive's great spring fragrance. Yeah, Red Door is timeless, man. Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely. I am a diehard Saints fan. Roy, good to see you, sir. Millseam Imperial. Adonis Awakens, one of the best men's rose fragrances I've ever smelled. I have those Celerio fragrances. I think it's only 3 of them because I have 3 of them that were sent to me. After I'm done with the Nitro line, I'm going to be reviewing those. So I got one more. I got Nitro Black after I review Nitro Pour Homme, and then I'm moving into those Celerio fragrances. Body of Oud Sublime, Mahir Legacy, that's all a bunch of good ones. Society's a really good one. Istanbul Soul from El Gabra. I've never tried that one. Never tried it. Vintage bottle of L'Odyssey Pour Homme for Pop. Good to see you, sir. I figured you would be excited, Jay. But what if it smells nothing like Eros? Would you still be excited? Because in case you guys didn't know, his avatar's always been Eros because that's his favorite fragrance. Infini Rose. Mohammed, good to see you. Staying up late with us, I see. Dylan Blue uploaded a video about life and disappointments today regarding my eBay experience. Ooh, definitely worth a check if you guys want to check out the Spritz with Pop Fritz. Excited about Coco Loco and Boss Bottled Pacific again this summer. I almost grabbed Boss Bottled Pacific, but I was like, I don't want to go to 10. I stopped myself at 8 because I did look at it. I did have it in hand and I put it down. I said, now I want to mix it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, there's more balance in the 2011 formula. The Intense is much sweeter. You got to know it's very sweet. So you get a little bit more woods, a bit more citrus, not as sweet, a little bit more musk. Like I said, the original Dior, or in this case, the 2011 formula, which I have a big bottle of, it's the most balanced of the Iris ones. It's got a little bit of all of them. Like that's the core DNA for it, you know? I would say it's the most well-rounded, unless you really want that sweet elegance. Because believe it or not, for being as sweet as it is, the classiest is the Intense, because it's also the waxiest, the most lipsticky. French Riviera. Oh, you're the real MVP. Smelling just like Ibn Fumé and loving it. Eros Flame, great choice. So we're 11 minutes in. We're going to go ahead and jump into this topic here in just a bit. Quattro. Talked about that one today. Paul de Blue Parfum. Line of Acqua di Gio Parfum. Waiting on Profano Parfum as I tried it and love it. Pretty Chanel Parfum is a summer must. I mean, everything you listed in this comment is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This is really him. I never tried that flanker. Here we go. Dior Homme Sport 2021. A lot of Dior Homme Sport 21 love today. Prada L'Homme Low. Man, for the longest time, that was a staple. And I will wear it once or twice this summer. I wear it at least once or twice every year. That's a beautiful fragrance. Bad Boy Cobalt, one of my new loves. Absolutely. Eau Givray, that's a must. I've already featured that one. Absolute, I talked about that one already as well. Tarathi Blue French Riviera, you got it going on here, sir. You got it going on. Ooh, for a wedding, I'd probably go with Acqua di Gio Profumo. A little bit dressier because of the incense, but I mean, you're good either way here. Because I mean, Bleu de Chanel Parfum, it won't be as aggressive. If you want to be a little bit more subtle and refined, go with Bleu de Chanel Parfum because it's not as loud. So that's what you got to decide. Do you want to grab attention with your fragrance, or do you want to be more subtle? Because you do great with both of those, I think. Looks sad and angry. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I appreciate all you guys joining. Let's go ahead and get right on down here. We're going to stop at Blue Atlas Atlantis. I haven't worn that in a while. That's a good one. It got a bunch of heat for no good reason. People are stupid. People hate just to hate without even giving a fragrance a shot. Most of the hate you've seen online is people that haven't even tried the damn fragrance. It's unbelievable. Try a lot of things. And not everybody will be able to discern different things. Some are better at it than others, but repetition and experience. Vetiver all smells pungent to me. If you don't like vetiver, might be in a bind. You might be in a bind. Topic for my grandkids. Yes, sir. All right. So let's go ahead and start with an easy one. I think if there's one fragrance you try from Day 3 Fragrances, it needs to be Bani. Bani is an absolute masterpiece of papaya and mango, a little peppered. Oh, so natural smelling. I mean, it's not loaded with naturals, but Mike uses quality oils. This is my favorite. I don't know. I know he's got a new, fresher release coming, I think next month. I think June. I mean, we're one day away from May, so I'll say next month. I don't know if it's going to be able to top this. You know, it's too good. Good Lord, it is too good. This is great on the beach, too. I got to say, I have worn this to the beach last year. This is such a summer vibe. We do have summer vibes in this, which we'll talk about next. But, man, just the scent quality here, the performance, the originality. It doesn't remind me of other fragrances. It's tropical without being overly fruity sweet. Like I said, it's got more of a ripe smell to it with the mango and papaya. This is an absolute stunner. This is one I would highly suggest trying from Day 3 Fragrances. Day3fragrances.com. Get a sample of this. You can buy individual 2 ml samples. You can buy travel atomizers, I think, that are 10 ml. You can get discovery sets. This is a must. He's got a ton of great stuff, but this is my personal favorite, and it totally fits the topic. I strongly encourage you to check this one out if you have not tried it before. Put that one to the side, and we'll go right into it because I already mentioned it. Summer Vibes 4.0. We have a 5.0 coming. This is the older bottle. They did change the bottles recently. This is iced pineapple. This smells like sliced pineapple that just came fresh out the ice chest while you're on a beach day. Super juicy. Straight up pineapple juice. Very realistic. It's got this frozen mint leaves type of smell, very clean musk. Actually, the clean musk fragrance in this line smells like the base of this one. That's my two favorites. Very clean, very fresh, very invigorating and vibrant, and a great performer. It's a 50% oil concentration. I'm eager to check out the new version. It's going to be the 5th version we've had of Summer Vibes. I have the first 4, this being number 4, and the best of the bunch thus far. I don't know if he's going to be able to top it. I don't know what the notes are. I just don't know. But I know a 5th one's coming for this summer. And I'm super eager to check it out, I got to say. But if you haven't tried this one yet, I rave about it every summer since it came out, which is about 2 summers in a row now, because he didn't release one last year because this has just been so wildly popular for him. This is a summer must. Absolutely check this one. It's like $40 before the discount code. I don't think you can get samples. I'm sure there's a way to get samples. He's offered them in the past. I don't know if you can get them individually, if you have to get a pack. But this is the best fragrance from the house, at least to me. And it just happens to be a summer vibe. It fits the name perfectly, right? Go ahead and put that to the side. Get caught back up on the chat because I don't want to get too far behind. Just rattling off talking about fragrances. Great choice. Another great choice. Nitro Pour Homme. So it reminds me of kind of Montal Woods and Spices and Nikos Sculpture, but it's much more citrus. It's not as creamy as not as creamy and powdery as Wood and Spices, but it has that woody, spicy dominance. It has a lot of the orange blossom of Nikos Sculpture. It's very orange blossom forward, that scratchy orange blossom smell, but loads of citrus. This one's got a lot more freshness. Smells of better quality than Nikos Sculpture and has performance similar to Wood and Spices. That all the fragrances are beasts here in this Nitro line, as I've come to learn. Bunny is indeed a super banger. I agree. Schooling is back. Let me make sure to acknowledge you on the first comment I see so you don't go ahead and get mad at me. Good to see you. Day one of asking Ross to make a video on Benton fragrances. Benetton. I've never heard of them, so the likelihood is very slim. I've never heard of them. So you should start a petition. Can we get TLTG to buy these fragrances? Because I've never heard of them. So I have zero interest at the moment because I've never heard of them, never looked into them before. So you could always get a sample set and check them out, though. So you don't have to have my opinion on it because they may not interest me. I'm just shooting you straight here. I'll look into them, but if they don't interest me, I ain't gonna buy them. I don't just review everything. I gotta have some interest in it. So I'm being very honest with you. I hope you can appreciate that. Hello, how are you? Pure Distance M. I've never tried that one. Only missed the scent of the day. It's good to see you, Joel. Tay, good to see you, my man. Been a little while. Testing day 3, La Tacita de Cafe. Beautiful, beautiful coffee fragrance. And you typed it again. You're losing me. I hope I don't see a third time. Please don't repetitively type it. I'm not skipping around too much yet. Now, if you see me start skipping around and you want to make sure I see something, yeah, type it again. I would strongly encourage it. But if I'm haven't really skipped around, I'll catch it. Early in the stream, usually I'll catch it. Keith, good to see you, my man. Another one wearing Aura Fresh. It's a great fragrance. It really is. Club de Nuit limited edition, still my favorite of the bunch. Got myself a 10 ml of Bonnie when he was here in California, but they sold out. Yeah, it's very popular. It is definitely very popular. Ital Libre d'Orange, Archive 69. Never tried that one. Watch Sense, good to see you, sir. Versace Signature, the real king of the office, in my opinion. No, that's I think the only one that I don't have that they didn't send. So I got to pick it up. A lot of people have asked. I need to buy it. I will buy it. I will review it. It is the only one I don't have. Speaking, but your ears must be burning. How did you know? You just happened to watch this stream, Mike? Because we started with Bonnie. I didn't advertise it. It's not in the description. How did you know? It's good to see you, Mike. So you heard all the good things that everybody's saying then, I'm sure. Energizer Summer Staple. Never tried any of the Boudicca fragrances. They're so expensive. Man. Honor and Glory, Vintage Radio, Lattafa Liam Gray, Afro Leather, and Alpha, which I'm wearing now. Original Penguin Classic Blend. Summer Hammer, never tried it. Never tried it. John gifted a membership. Sure, appreciate you. am I fucked? Why would you be fucked for blind buying a Bulgari fragrance? That's clean, musky tea fragrance. Great rainy day fragrance, like the name would indicate. Between Sicily and Oud Lemon Mint, which would you say? Oh, definitely not Oud Lemon Mint. The fresher, much, much fresher of the two is going to be Sicily. People crack me up when they say lemon mint's a summer fragrance. That's super creamy and thick. I would never wear that in the summer. Spring, sure. Fall, absolutely. I think it's a better transitional season fragrance. More power to anyone that wants to wear that in high heat. I think it's a little too thick and robust for super high heat, personally. Donovan, good to see you, sir. Kamrakawa. Sin of the day, inexcusable evil. I don't know what joke you were trying to make. I didn't find it funny. As long as you entertained yourself, though. Because, look, I like to entertain myself, too. Maybe you popped yourself and you started laughing when you pressed enter. I don't know. But aside, Zanzibar is great fragrance. Patrick, good to see you, sir. Oh, you're the one that got John's gifted membership. Midnight Gold from Mancera, such a summer gem. Thanks for reviewing it. It is one of my favorites that gets no love. Original blend. So the blue bottle with the red cap, because that's my favorite one. That is definitely my favorite one. Congrats. That's a great fragrance. So I want to get into some more of these fragrances. Shiaka Blue. Kadlaj has some really good stuff. I need to go back to which one is it that I was thinking about the other day? Not Shiaka Red, not the Reflection. Oh, Infini Absolute. The woody dominant Aventus. That one's really, really good. I haven't worn that one in a while. I appreciate that, Mike. Just messing with you a little bit. Glad you were able to come, though. We started with Bani, praised it very heavily. Blue Seduction is good stuff. Great wear for the warmer weather. I totally agree. Well, I would say Milestone's definitely better for that because Untold's very cotton candy, sugary sweet. It's like a more playful BR540 twist. Milestone's very like fruity melon, citric, musky, much fresher. Louis Vuitton. I own Pacific Chill. I'll be wearing that in the summer. And, of course, I've tried Afternoon Swim. It's just I'm happy with Paris Corner's version that I have Quattro. I'm happy with it. I don't need to get Louis Vuitton's version. Ty Good, good to see you, sir. Electimus Imperium, first time wearing it. Undecided if I like it or not. Really? Be one of the first people to tell me you don't if you don't like it. That's a good fragrance. Dennis said top three would be Bani, Burlington 1819, Blue Talisman, Blue Dog, Neo, Renaissance, Scandal, Percival. What a list. Yeah, I agree. Milestone 1000%. So I'm trying to get caught up. Here we go. All right. We're going to stop right here on my man Fragrance Fraternity. No sin of the day. Sick as a dog, but a little TLTG live stream makes it better. Man, I hope you feel better. Hopefully we can entertain you a little bit. I can't promise a rant. Somebody's got to piss me off or get me worked up to get a rant, but we're definitely going to talk some fragrances, man. I hope you feel better. So next, we might as well talk about this one because it blew Randy away. He just bought a bottle. Lumari Porthole. Oh, man. Tropical fruits, passion fruit, sea salt, iodine accord. It's very airy. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance from them. Juicy, believable. It's not synthetic smelling, though I'm sure it's not full of naturals, but it's great atomizer. It blew Randy away. For those of you who don't know who Randy is, for the channel Fragrance Dude, and then Dedrick was floored by it as well. But Randy was so compelled, he went ahead and bought a bottle. It's like $250. It's expensive, but man, is this stuff good. Man, is this stuff good. If you like the tropical fruits and you don't want the typical fragrance, that's where stuff like this really comes in and shines. These are unique. Give you another little plug there, Mike, because Bonnie's just so damn good. But stuff like this will separate you in the summertime when you're not just wearing the same old like everyone else. Not that, as far as perfume enthusiasts, fragrance enthusiasts, we are a small crowd worldwide. When you gather the numbers up worldwide, sure, it's in the six figures, it's in the hundreds of thousands. But when you look at in practice in your area, tiny, minuscule 100,000th of a percent of the overall landscape of people that are really into fragrance and have multiple and wear different ones for different things. So well beyond setting yourself apart from everyone else. If it just happens to be a regular thing where somebody wears a cologne every day around you, This is going above and beyond to separate yourself. This is going to make you much more interesting at that barbecue, at that pool party, at those different things you're going to do in the summertime. Great performance, high quality, and it really carries out in the air. This one has some great performance to it. This is one, I encourage, sample this one. It's very pricey, but sample this one, the Mark Porthole. And then with that, we'll go right into a designer aquatic classic with Aquamarine from Bulgari. Luckily, still seems to be in production. You can get them for around $50 or so. One of the best, more synthetic saltwater aquatics I've ever come across. The line as a whole is magnificent, but if you want the freshest of the bunch, I think this is the freshest one. Not as heavy on the bitter seaweed as Aqua, not as dense and Dylan Blue-like as Aqua Atlantique. Of course, it doesn't have the musk and incense of Amara. This is by far the most easygoing, freshest, and probably the wateriest, if you will, of the line. I've never tried the two tonic flankers, but of the four main ones, this is the true freshie of the bunch. If you want just a beautiful saltwater aquatic that's very breezy, easygoing, average performance, nothing crazy, pretty good longevity, this is one to definitely check out this summer. If you haven't checked it out over the years, because it's been out for a while, but Aquamarine Pour Homme, it's a stunner for the summertime. That is for sure. Dylan Blue for the gym this morning, wearing Jasada Ambassador. I plan on throwing that in the rotation this week. It's right behind that low fragrance. I only own and have tried one fragrance from them, so I don't know. I have heard of it. I've never tried any of them. Well, greatest compliment getter is an individualistic thing, because while it just churns them out for him, I may wear it and never get a compliment. So you gotta have that perspective when it comes to getting compliments. That's very individualistic and situational from person to person. So the compliment titles and topics, none of that guarantees anybody else will get. Like anything I say I've gotten a lot of compliments with, no guarantees anyone else will. And then there's other things that are high compliment magnets that maybe I've gotten one compliment in 5 years, So you gotta be mindful of that when it comes to compliment getters, ADP concentration, any other? I've never even heard of these. I love how everybody always assumes I just know. I mean, no shade your way. It's just like this happens every day of my life, multiple times a day, where people just assume I know. They straight up ask the question, like any idea what to expect from either or both. Man, I ain't got a clue, big dog. There's so much I haven't tried. I've never even heard of these. Goutal's Eau de Hadrian. Hadrian? I can't even pronounce it. I'm butchering that name. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I've never looked into it before. So unfortunately, I cannot weigh in. But yeah, every day I get straight up asked, well, so what about this one? So how does that compare to this one? I mean, I don't know. And I don't just mean you. I just mean in general. It happens multiple times a day. Not everybody. A lot of people assume anybody that reviews fragrances has tried it all. And that's just impossible. That is just absolutely impossible. It's a never-ending experience journey for me, as is for anybody that reviews full-time or on a regular basis, or is passionate about, trying different fragrances. It's an endless journey that you'll never complete. You'll never complete it. What's going on, man? Been a while since I caught a live stream. Been in the process of moving the last couple of weeks. Today's scent was Imagination. You go ahead with your bad self. Good to see you. One time the worst could happen is make my granddaughter happy giving it to her. There you go. Another one wearing LV Imagination. Good to see you, Brad. Ooh, that's a good question. A fresh patchouli. Nothing immediately comes to mind. I'll have to give that some thought. In the moment, I don't have an answer for you. Nothing just like came to me right away. Maybe something will pop in my head in a minute. We'll let that marinate for a little bit. My apologies. Let them know, Joel. Yeah, we're absolutely hoping you get to feeling better soon, my man. Thinking of picking up my first Guerlain. Ooh, on the fresh side. Platine Privé is the only one I don't have. I heard it's very similar to the Cologne Flanker, and if so, that would be a really good one to start with. That's beautiful grapefruit orange if it's the same as the cologne. Creamy citric almond, beautiful fragrance. That the hype was always justified on that one to me. Beautiful fragrance. So yeah, that's probably the best one to start with. If you want a very fresh orange dominant fragrance, you could always try Aqua Allegoria Orange Soleil. That's one I got not that long ago that I very much enjoy. I've been wearing it out the shower a lot. Really, really good. For being blood orange dominant, it's actually not zesty. It's very fresh. E, what's going on, big dog? Voodoo by Jean Parfums. Infinity Absolute. This is my father's signature scent. That's good stuff. 50% chance you'll know the fragrances people are asking about. I know. I'm just playing around and riffing with people. I'm just picking. I don't mean no harm. For anybody new to the chat, don't take it so serious. I'm just playing around. It does happen every day, multiple times a day, though. Speaking of Randy, your ears must have been burned. I mentioned you a few times. We talked about Lamar at Port Hole. I don't know how far back in the chat I am. You might have been here for that part. I don't know. Blanc au Fraiche. Ooh, L1212. That fit shows the work you put into trim. Yeah, this is baggy as shit on me. Like if you saw this morning's video, I wore this. I put this on to do the video, changed for the gym, went to the gym after I got home, threw this back on and relaxed for the rest of the day. And if you look by the waistline, like the bit of my waist, it's like flowy. It's so loose on me now. It's unbelievable. But thank you for the compliment. I am doing well, my man. More important than confidence. Well said, sir. Choose a fragrance you love and wear proudly. You get a round of applause from me, sir. Well said. What's up, Oos? Chrome Pure. Great to see you, Money Mitch. Always a pleasure. So, all right, I'm going to skip down a little bit because I want to dive into some more fragrances. You got to be the most down-to-earth guy on YouTube. God is going to continue to take you places. You're the best. Nick, I appreciate that, man. I like to have fun. I love what I do. I love doing these live streams, and clearly I love fragrance. That is no secret. Very passionate about it, but thank you for the compliment. I very much appreciate that. It's amazing. It's amazing. They sent it to me early last year. I think right before summer. I think when I was still in Colorado, because we moved here August 1st last year. And man, it was just in time. We were about to move to the beach. Man, it's such a great hot weather fragrance. L'Immensité, his signature. Ross, have you seen the new Eros Energy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We literally, in the first 10 minutes, we did a split screen with it. It's still pulled up. Yeah, I saw it before it got posted. It had got sent to me. I'm excited about it. Based on the notes, it has none of the keynotes for Eros, but I'm sure there's a little bit of Eros's apple mint vanilla DNA in there, even though none of those notes are listed here. I'm excited about it, though. First one you talked about was Bonnie, and I wore mine from your member giveaway that I won, and man, it's special, which he just won that in the past month's giveaway, by the way, guys. He did win a bottle of Bonnie. It would definitely be a staple in my rotation this summer. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Love the Braves hat, and scent of the day is Canali Summer Nights. I've never heard of it, but anything with summer nights in it automatically sounds like it's going to be a good fragrance, right? At least to me. So, but thank you for the compliment. I've never tried a clone of Luna Rosa. I would recommend Luna Rosa. That's not a pricey fragrance. You can get 50 mLs for like $50. I would recommend getting Prada Luna Rosa. Yeah, the bottle looks great. I think it looks cool with that color scheme. I like it. I'm a blind buy it when I get an opportunity. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. On side notes, congrats on your progress on your way to the competition. Thank you. It's getting very crucial at this point. Thursday, we got to check in again. I already dropped all the weight from my high carb day, and I'm going to start doing. I was just too exhausted today because I had chest, arms, and abs today. I was not doing extra post-workout cardio. My coach hasn't put me on the post-workout cardio yet, but I'm going to go ahead and take it upon myself because depending on how the check-in and what she sees, we might go to an as-needed basis for the high carb day instead of on Saturdays. But the carb cycling has been working. I've been dropping rapidly. Abs are coming out more and more. Where I'm going to do the extra to try to keep my high carb day for at least another week or so, because it's pretty damn brutal with my meal plan. So I really look forward to that high carb day so I can kind of be a human. Yeah, it's rough. I'm hungry as shit right now. because I was about to eat some pickle spears to snack on before this, but I'm like, I'm gonna just wait because after this I do some lean turkey, some egg whites on top of it, a little bit of spinach, and I make an omelet. It's an egg white omelet, so that's what I'm gonna do after this. So I'm hungry as shit right now. I'm ready to eat my meal, but I want to do this with you guys first. This is more important. I can eat later. So let's talk about another one, shall we? So this is gonna make Joel very happy. I didn't spend enough time with this one last year. Curaçao Bay, Jacques Fath. Man, is this one of the best tropical fragrances I've ever smelled. Frangipani, that beautiful creamy floral. Fruits, I believe there's a little bit of coconut in here, touch of fig smell. It's a watery aquatic, a little bit of a sunscreen vibe, great performance. Best magnetic caps in the game are Jacques Fath. Man, is this such a summer vibe. It really is. This is such a great fragrance. While I love recommending Vers Le Sous, this is the fragrance to own from them if you like tropical fragrances. It is so freaking good. Not that easy to find, at least not the places I shop. I haven't been seeing it in stock. FragranceNet or Fragrance Buy, I haven't been seeing it in stock. So again, not the easiest thing to find, but when you can find it around, let's say 50 to 70 bucks, man, is this worth getting, especially at 100 ml. This is stunning for your beach vacations. Any of you that live by a lake, go boating, you like your, coastal on the water type of stuff. This is that vibe, not necessarily just beach. It's great. It's absolutely great fragrance. I cannot wait to start wearing this one this summer. Let me get that focus again. Again, my background's way busier than it was at this angle than before. So I'm constantly going to be having to do this to bring focus in. This is a stunner. And then a classic that I only pull out in the summertime. Don't get me wrong, I love Dior Homme Cologne. I love Mercedes-Benz Cologne. I like Jimmy Choo Man Ice just like the next guy. But Chanel Allure Homme Sport Cologne, and this is the older Cologne, Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport. Same thing, basically, as the newer version. This puts those to shame. It's much more complex. There's a lot more notes here. There's a lot more nuance. It is a better fragrance, in my opinion. It performs better, and it's got more nuance. There's more greens and woods and depth to this fragrance. It is so good. Man, is it so good. I'm so glad I have a big old 5-ounce bottle. This is an old 2014 tester bottle. Not soured, not spoiled. This bottle's 10 years old. This citrus is not spoiled. And that is not no natural citrus. I mean, natural grapefruit would burn the skin anyway, which I learned from Mike from Day 3 Fragrance. If you're still here, Mike, appreciate that. Man, so good. A lot of orange, citrus, like grapefruit, lemon, things like that. A little bit of an herbaceous green smell. It still has that lemonade feel, but like I said, a lot more going on here. Woods, musk, a little bit of greens, touch of floral, but not much. This is amazing. This is amazing. I've never tried the cologne version, the one that just says cologne. Mine says Cologne Sport. It's the old version. From what I've been told, it's the same shit. So if it's the newer one is the same as this, then it's amazing too. But yeah, I'm ready to put this one back in the rotation this year for summertime. Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport, or Allure Homme Sport Cologne, as it's known in newer versions. And we'll save those last two for a little bit from now. Ghost Rose. I'll just say that. How about that? Ghost Rose. Bird Green from PacSun back in the 2000s. That name, you just unlocked the memory with that name. God. Man, I couldn't even tell you what that smells like. It's been so long. What about other lavender-based fragrance like Luna Rosa? Nothing comes to mind right away. I do have some lavender videos if you want to check those out. That stank is Trillium. Daytime stink was Platinum Egoist. And we finally got some weather in England. Balmy 20 degrees Celsius. I don't get cheat meals. Not allowed them. Even on my high carb days, got to keep the sugars down. I don't have a cheat meal. I don't. My carbing up consists of my high protein pancake and jasmine rice. That's me carbing up, and extra oats and blueberries with my breakfast, which I don't get any of those during these. Like right now, I'm in my 3-day stretch of dig days, the really hard days. Had a baseline day, which was already a super low day on Sunday. 3 days in a row, Monday to Wednesday of the dig day, which is really, really aggressive low carb. Then Thursday, I have another baseline day, my standard low carb diet day. Friday, another one of these super aggressive days. And then Saturday, my high carb day, which is the refeed day. So, been a fat burning machine as of late. This adjustment we've made recently has made quite the difference. Man, no cheat meals for me. Oh, hands down, Aqua Celestia Forte. I've tried about 10 or 12 fragrances from the house now. That's still my favorite. The Bishop, still at work for the moment. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Let them know, sir. Let them know. Barbara for him. Never tried that one. Intense Cafe is much more of a rose fragrance than it is coffee. The coffee fades, and you're left with a beautiful, creamy, woody dominant rose, like creamy, thick, jammy type of rose. Beast performer, too. Really? Just kidding. Well, maybe. I mean, I was going to say, I totally disagree, Pop, but I mean, if that's what it smells like to you. Yeah, absolutely. Kara, good to see you. Lamar from Kajal, that's still my favorite from them. Angel, good to see you. Picked up Cedrat Essence and, Cherry Cola. Roses and vanilla ones. Hey, I hope you enjoy them. Paris Corner does some good work. Lorem Sport Cologne is $135 for the 5-ounce. Sabina, crazy good price. For anything Chanel, especially a 5-ounce bottle, that's a great price. Sauvage Elixir initially was $180 Canadian for 16 ml. Now it's over $240 retail. Damn. Good to see you, Niels. Ooh, Strong with You Tobacco. You get the second soft live stream clap of the day. Congratulations, man. Enjoy it. I'm hoping to try this new Kajal fragrance when the time rolls around. Herbaceous. Listening while heading home from work. Today's Vanilla Oud. Not too many cool days left. Well, you smell great. I wouldn't touch that right now. It's been nice and warm around here. It's pretty close. I would say 90+% accurate. I mean, there's a quality drop off, as you should expect. There's a quality drop off, but as far as the profile, it's pretty accurate. But I'm not an imagination guy. I don't really care for imagination like everyone else does. Of the Paris Corner, that collection from Paris Corner, it's my least favorite of the 4. Smash that like button. Thanks. It helps with the algorithm. That it definitely does. A couple of decants from Juan. Shout outs to Juan. Yeah. Zaharoff Bloom and Hermes Herbivives. Can't wait to experience those. I hope you enjoy them. Some good ones right there. JT, my main man, good to see you. Barrett Fragrances, Ascot, a Rolfa inspiration. Enjoy your evening. You do as well. I've been seeing a lot of people post about that brand. I've never tried anything from them. Never have. Bulgari Aqua, very nice. Looking for something similar with more power. I actually get really good performance out of that one. Vibrant Vetiver is good for the gym, that is for sure. So we got 2 more. And I would like to go into this Guava Bomb. City Rhythm St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands. This is magic. This is magic. This is my number 2 behind New Orleans Jazz and Blues. Guava, pineapple, coconut, and it stays that way for a long time. This is dense, high oil concentration. Niles did his thing here. Niles blended this one. This is Niles's work. This wasn't perfumed by someone else. Niles perfumed this one. And he did a great, great job. And I love his presentations, his atomizers. He constantly reinvests in City Rhythm. This is another one, just like with Day 3, great smaller indie niche to invest your time and efforts in because they're creating some unique profiles. You're getting a lot for your money. City Rhythm's same way as Day 3. You're getting a lot for your money with experience, performance, and quality ingredients. Originality, storytelling, all the things if you're really into perfumes that you would really want. You know, this is magic. This is such a summer banger. Now it is on the heavier side for being a tropical fruity dominant fragrance like this. It is on the heavier side, but man, is it fan-damn-tastic. Let's see if it's on Parfumo. I'm sure it is. I want to pull the notes up because quite a bit of notes. Yep, it is on Parfumo. Here we go. Fruity sweet, fresh, creamy, coconut, guava, lime, quince, cane sugar, lavender, passion fruit, ambergris, rum, sandalwood, vanilla. This stuff is mag-frickin-nificent. I would highly encourage checking this one out from Niles. He's got a bunch of great releases. But just like I said with Bonnie, if you want a true summer banger, a must for the summertime that's different. It's different. It doesn't smell like everything else. This is a great fragrance to check out. I can't wait. I'm so seasonal. I'll only wear this in summer. I'll only wear Bonnie in summer. I'll only wear Porthole in summer. Allure Homme Sport Cologne. Like all these I strictly wear in the summertime. Got to have some structure to this wild-ass huge collection I have. And if it's deemed best for summer for me, that's what the hell I wear it for. And last but not least, I talked about this on my Tom Ford live stream with Justin. Speaking of things I only want to wear in the summer, Costa Azzurra Aqua. Man, this is the one I wear the most. Come on, focus for me one time. There we go. This is the one I wear the most of the three that I have. The only Costa Azzurra I don't have is the private blend, the original. I have both the signature ones, the EDP and the Parfum. And then, of course, this Aqua is the one I have the 100 ml bottle of. This is fresher. This is greener. This is also a bit more aquatic, less on the woody notes of the EDP and the Parfum. This is an EDT. It's very fresh. Man, a lot of myrtle has this floral tone to it. It's a very coastal feeling by the marinas. Not necessarily beachside, but like boat dock type of thing on vacation, going rent a boat. Pontoon boats, for example, like that smell when you're at the marina, the waves crashing up on the dock, really gives that vibe. It just does when you smell this one. Not special in performance, like a 4-hour fragrance. Most of these EDTs are like that, 4, maybe 5 hours if you're lucky. But man, I love the way this one smells. Very airy, bright, super uplifting, perfect for the summertime. I'm very eager to put this one back in the rotation. This is the Tom Ford I like to wear during the summertime. And this is the last one I wanted to feature today. And then we'll just talk for a little while to finish this stream up. Costa Azzurra Aqua from Tom Ford. Not that easy to find anymore. I believe they discontinued all of the eau de toilettes, as far as I know. So let's get caught up in this chat. I don't think I got too far behind. Coco Loco and Signature Rosé. Can't go wrong there. Well, I got out of the car business right before the world went to shit. And no, I didn't completely get out of it at that point. Lockdown was over when I was still in the car business. But I don't know what pricing is for used cars anymore, because I've been away from the market for a while and the wild inflation that we've experienced. So I don't know what book values are on anything anymore. So I really can't help you out, Jay, as far as the used market. Now, if this was, a handful of years ago before the world completely went to shit and then rapidly inflation started going up on everything, yeah, I sure could have helped you out then, even though I was fresh out of the business. But I'm kind of useless with the book on in values, estimated values on what would be fair market on anything used these days. I can talk the business with everybody, but as far as current values and everything, I would be either way under or way overshooting because I really don't know. Sorry, man. Darren J, good to see you. H24 EDT. Outer Banks, one online. Well, good for Cameron. Or Chrome by Azzaro, the OG, but looking to replace it with another flanker. Which would you recommend? Still like 50% similar. There's a few that I would recommend here because easily I could say the Eau de Parfum Extreme or Aqua because that's my 3 favorites. They all tie to the original, but they offer different elements. Like Aqua, of course, it's aquatic, but there's a little bit of a mate tea note. And it's very grapefruit heavy. Extreme is very metallic. It smells like Profondo mixed with chrome. Super aquatic, but metallic. And then the EDP's like Profondo Lights. It's got more green elements to it, like a lot more green elements to it. So I would pick between those 3, honestly, whatever sounds good. I mean, try to sample them if you can. Don't just blind buy them unless you're just certain. But that's my 3 favorites. I don't know because I don't agree. I don't know. I sure don't know, my man. Dan, what's going on? Never tried the Woods Collection Dusk, so I don't know. But North Stag, duh, really good. Really good. Flex on them. Okay, let's see. PJ, good to see you, sir. Coming down with something. Ooh, the Quesos. Well, have a great night, Dan. Thanks for coming, man. I hope you feel better. Ooh, Ingenious Ginger, very bright. Citrus, not super spicy, but it's a very crisp and bright type of ginger. That is a gorgeous fragrance. In the vein of your Tigars and stuff like that, but much more ginger dominant, obviously. Chef's kiss. That's amazing. Oh, of course. There's, like I said, we could have kept going. I could do 50 that I'm excited to wear, and it wouldn't even come close to covering all the ones I'm going to wear this summer. Because some stuff's only going to get worn once. Because I'm going to cycle through a bunch of stuff in that, couple of months. I'm going to cycle through a ton of stuff. Pina coladas. Okay. You think Brown Nitro resembles Bleecker Street? No. Really? Bleecker? I don't get that kind of sweetness. I don't get none of the blueberry. Or blackberry. I mean, blackberry, blueberry, one of them, but I don't get any of that. Bleecker. Man, it smells like this. With this orange blossom and spice and woods, I get Montal Wood and Spices and Nico's Sculpture, Parfums de Marly, Parfums de Marly, couldn't get that out. Altair, like that scent profile family. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I am saying I completely disagree. That I am saying. I am for sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Superior twist on Dior Homme Cologne. Not better than this, though. I think this is better, though. Let me try some City Rhythm. I know he has some good ones. Yes, he does. Got one sample from another indie creator, which I thought was awesome. Tomorrow. Can't wait. Kicking myself for forgetting to add citrine. I don't know if he's got samples right now because it's not restocked yet. Gucci Guilty Black Bottle. Well, they got a couple of black bottles. Parfums Black. Eau de Parfums Black. I'm trying to think if there's a third black bottle that's solid black. Those two are definitely solid black. Those are both really good ones. We talked about Pear Potion this morning. Artisan. Great choice. Tomorrow, finally able to pull out summer bangers. Tomorrow, I'm going out with family, so Burlington is getting somewhere. Well, you're going to be really kind of dressing to impress, I would assume, because that's such an elegant freshie. Great choice. I have not tried that one, actually. Yeah, sorry, man. I wish I could have helped you out a little bit more with that. I love talking the car business. I'll never be away from it completely. My best friend's been in the car business for like 13, 14 years, and most of my family comes from the car business. It's in me, but I haven't stayed current with book values and stuff like that. Ooh, I would go with my Sony Wave personally. Let's see. Kingdom at Marshall's, $10. It's so good. Never tried that one. Chrome United. Now I'm talking about an older bottle. I don't know about the new one because they re-released it. The old one's very relaxing. Laid back, soothing tea fragrance. That's a good unwinding in the evening fragrance, but to wear during the day, Legend easily. It's much brighter, better performer too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So skipping around. Usually 2. I do testing. I don't do full wearings on a lot of stuff. I might do 2 or 3 different fragrances to test. I at least test 1 fragrance a day plus the 2 that I wear, but most of the time it's 2. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. Depends on what's going on that day and if I'm switching things up, but on average it's 2 plus at least 1 to test for reviewing. So at minimum 3 technically if you count the test spray, but sometimes it's 2 or 3 that I'm testing with those average 2 full wearings a day. I know it can be kind of confusing the way I explained it, but I hope you kept up. Something similar to cheapy like Lacoste L'Homme Intense with unique fruity note like rhubarb. So you just described that you want Lacoste L'Homme Intense, basically? That's how it came across. That's how it read to me. Like, can you recommend something similar to this with the same note? Now, trying to think of something with a twist that wouldn't be rhubarb. That's very unique. It's a tough ass question. I didn't have an answer ready for that one. Nothing like popped in my head like, ooh, this. Maybe something will come to me, but in the moment, nothing popped in my head right away. My apologies. Oh, I have one a day. However many days are in summer, that many. Orange Sanguine from Atelier Cologne. That is a beautiful fragrance as well. Oud Satin Mood, both EDP and X-Straight are magic, but I prefer the EDP. The rose is a little richer. You get more of the oud in the X-Straight. But Oud Satin Mood, magic. That's one of the best rose oud fragrances ever created. And there's a lot of clones out there that get the scent profile similar, but as far as the quality, oh, the MFK is the way to go. Francis Kirkjohn created a masterpiece with that. If you're into rose ouds, it's masterfully done. The only rose oud I think is better is Amber Oud from Roger Parfums, and that's just a personal preference. Not everybody will agree with that, but magic. Have not, sir. Much love to you as well. Dilly Vibrato, can't go wrong there. Finger blasting the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Big in the car business, on my way to swap my lease now. Well, have fun. Good to see you, Sandy. ATH Blue Fever and Acqua di Parma Fico di Amalfi. There's a summer must-have. I almost put Bergamoto di Calabria in here and Murto di Panarea. I grabbed one of those because those two did pop in my head, but I figured I can always do more. I'm going to feature more summer fragrances. I'm excited about stuff that I'm going to wear that's going to be in weekly rotations. Because when it comes to fragrances I have the most for one specific season, it's summer. Stuff that's ideal for summer. Good to see you, Eddie. UNC and Duke. Oh, shit. Congrats. Go Heels. Tell him I said go Heels. Maybe that'll sway him. I hope. I mean, if he goes to Duke, that's great. That's big time schools right there, man. That's a blessing to be able to choose between those. So congrats, man. I have a bottle. I like to wear that one too. So I want to paint a picture for you. I want you to try it out, and then you can thank me later. Do you like Italian food? If you do, take your lady to a nice Italian restaurant and wear that. And tell me if it isn't the perfect fragrance in the perfect setting that are a complete match. There's something about the breads, the vinegar and oil, the pastas with that patisserie smell, sweetie oud fragrance. Trust me, just take my advice on this one. Next time you go eat Italian, and I don't mean Olive Garden, I mean a nice hole in the wall or slightly more upscale Italian place, real Italian, go with that as your fragrance. And hit me up after and tell me, was I right? Was I wrong? Chef's kiss, I'm telling you. Perfect setting for that fragrance. Perfect. Obviously, this is my opinion, but I stand firm on this opinion. Stand firm on it. Blue Electric, the hype is real on that one. A little bit more lavender heavy than actual La Nuit de L'Homme, but I always understood where people were coming from with it. I haven't worn it in a long time myself. Yeah, look, it's coming around though. 2 ounce and 4 ounce, and the samples will be in stock probably next month, I believe. I don't use anything often. I got almost, in the realm of 2,000 bottles, not counting samples and decants and stuff like that. Not counting things I have more than one bottle of, because there are stuff I have more than one bottle of, believe it or not. It's next to impossible for me to put a dent in the fragrance. It just is. I always have new stuff coming in. It's the best bergamot-based fragrance I've ever smelled. I'm with you. It's got to temper your expectations on performance. The experience is magic. Kitty K, good to see you. Remember when I started watching you, I believe you were still selling Mercedes. When I started the channel, I was working Mercedes. I'm finally trading my Mercedes I have had for 21 years and buying a new one for retirement that is coming. Well, you enjoy, JT. You enjoy, sir. Yeah, I worked at Mercedes-Benz of Sugar Land when I lived in Texas. I was there for a while before I started the channel. And then when my boss had left and they changed the payment plan on us, which infuriated me. Bullshit. I left and followed my boss to Toyota for 3 months in San Antonio. Did not like working at the volume dealership like that. And went back with my other boss that had left him with Jaguar Land Rover for several months before I got out of the business and we moved to Colorado. And I went full time on this. So, but congrats, my man. Congrats on retirement. Congrats on the Benz. So pleased with it. Smells great. Aqua Atlantique. I've been talking about that one lately too. I featured it recently. Even with the spare table, you still have a bunch on your desk. Are they out? No. It's not as many as you think. Like I have what we just talked about right here, but this is what I'm currently wearing. Like actually this goes right here. That's the weekly rotation spot. Always has been. That's stuff I'm going to wear this week. Like it's not as many fragrances as you think. It's only like 12, 13, 14 fragrances. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually aftershave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fragrances right here. Look, Michonne right there. 12 fragrances. You got to understand where this monitor is was about 30 fragrances, and all in that area was about 60 or 70 fragrances. Big difference. I got so much more room on my desk. You have no idea, Joel. Noted, taking her Maggiano's and wearing this. It does smell like a perfect date night fragrance. It really is. I am not creating my own line. I've had 2 collaborations with Zaharoff, but I'm not putting the level of investment in that it would take to create what I would want to create, because I wouldn't want to get a stock bottle and slap a sticker on. No shame and no shade to anybody that does that, but if I was to do it, I would want to come with something extremely original with my bottle, not just the oil. So that's a lot of capital. So I'm not looking to do that. Not saying never, just saying unlikely. And it's not in the plans. It's not like a goal of mine. 10-4. Thanks for the tip on Viking yesterday. I'll definitely grab a decant. Send of the day, Hez Hurricane. Shout outs to Hez. Jardine exclusive. Amazing collection, by the way. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. With the old lady avatar. So we're a little over an hour. We're going to be shutting this down here in just a bit. Wasn't exactly looking to do an hour and a half. It depended on when we finished with the little topic I wanted to go over. We've had a good bit of time to chop it up for a bit. Exactly. You should feel honored, Randy. Sandy's a special person. He's a special viewer for sure. Prediction. Ross will go through half a bottle of Seraphine, but I told George the other night when I do this review, people's going to be like, holy shit, you put that much of a dent in the bottle? I've already started working on a dent on that fragrance. I wear it every day. Now, that is one I do spray every night. Even if it's not my full wearing, I spray it at least twice on my arms. Like if I'm wearing something up here, Seraphine Blue's on my arms. And I'll have something I'm testing on my hands. I can't wait to review Seraphine Blue. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's so good. I want to tell y'all everything. You have no idea. It's so good. All right, wait. Where was I? I lost it. And now everybody knows. Can you start making tier list videos of designer houses? I don't even know what software they use for these tier lists. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels, not just in fragrance, that have done those tier list things. And they've never really excited me. Like, I need to do that format, because all it's going to look like is I'm just copying somebody. Like I know Ashton used to do them all the time. That was a thing years ago, those tier list videos. And I mean, everybody copies everybody when it comes to this space. You can only do so much talking fragrance, but it's never I've never felt like I needed to do it, you know? And good, Rossi, taking up EQ's challenge. No, I'm not. I gave him a hard time. I talked to him earlier. I gave him a hard time. I said, stop using my tagline. I've been saying I'm your favorite reviewer for years. He said, well, we are twins. I said, I'm just fucking with you. Have fun with it. So EQ is going to be live later on, guys. I forgot exactly what time. I think 6 Eastern, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. He usually goes live later. So he'll be live tonight with a spring list, and he's talking shit, challenging everybody, throwing the gauntlet down, maybe doing a verse sense or a tag. So he's having some fun with it. But yeah, I talked to him earlier. I mean, I might end up doing something with him. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's no big deal. I'll show them. Because anybody buying from Zaharoff right now has the notes because it's on the card. I'll show it. And pull your comment down so everybody can see. I get it to focus. Apple, lavender, rosemary, eucalyptus, blue cypress, immortelle, iris, coconut, orange flower, marine notes, mugan, which is a flowery note, which I couldn't tell you what it smells like specifically, cistus labdanum, olibanum, red seaweed, amber, and musk. That is signature Seraphine Blue. It is a true blue, breezy aquatic with ridiculous staying power. It's not overwhelmingly loud. I mean, it's loud at first. Everything is. It's a bright fragrance. But, man, eucalyptus is key here, is what I'll say. That's as far as I'll go. Eucalyptus is key. That may turn some off, but it is so well executed. Claude Deer is a fucking genius. Because it is hard to make a blue fragrance, something that everybody would classify as blue, and it not smell like every damn thing else. So can't wait to give more details, but that's as far as I'll go with it. Because pre-order's coming. In the next few weeks, gonna be pre-ordering. And as soon as that man tells me, go ahead, I'm doing a review because I'm ready. I've been wearing it. I am ready. I have his prototype bottle. I'm ready, but I'm gonna keep on wearing it. Man, it is so good. I mean, just the excitement when I talk about it should tell you a lot, you know. So where was I? I got behind. Killer Oud Revolution. Never tried, but I know it's their Reflection Minion clone. I never tried that one. I have Killer Oud Death by Oud. There's no one best. It's like, depends on your taste. There is no one best. Like I could just pick something and say this. Day 3 Fragrances by Nee. One of the ones we talked about here. This is an absolute banger of a papaya mango pepper fragrance. You know, there is no one best though. 9 p.m. Eastern. There we go. So 8 o'clock Central. I forgot what time he had said. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated. Glad you've been enjoying it. Your palm when you run out of options. I've sprayed like right here is the like right on the edge, on the meaty part of the thumb. That's about the closest I've gotten to going to the palm. That has happened where I just had so much stuff on it. It happened in either in a live, I think it was in a live stream where I was just running out of space because I also had fresh ink and I didn't want to spray where it was still healing. So I was like limited on skin real estate, but I was spraying on skin. Cedrat Essence, it's more citrus and musk than it is fruity notes and leather. So basically like slightly fresher, more musky Cedrat Boisé. No, yeah, by all means. If George didn't want people knowing the notes, he wouldn't be sending those cards out. That's his little teases. He likes to put little Easter eggs out there. A tier list instead for the saddest fragrances in your collection. That's kind of funny. Well, I mean, I'm always going to leave business over pleasure out of things like this, but Seraphine Blue is better than business over pleasure, I think. Hard to say objectively, you know what I mean? Because that's my creation with the genius I just mentioned, Claude Deer. Because business over pleasure is not an aquatic. This is aquatic. This is clearly aquatic. It's very coastal. Kind of like how Costa Azura is coastal, has that same kind of vibe. This is based off of the Greek islands, Mykonos and everything. That's the story George is telling. That was the vision he gave Claude. Man. So while they're wildly different fragrances, if I had to pick one, I mean, Seraphine Blue is my favorite Zaharoff fragrance. It's over Rosé. So I guess that technically I have to include my own 2 creations here. It's not super bitter like you would think. It does add a saltiness to it. That's where I think the saltiness comes from because there's no sea salt accord. There's marine notes. It could be from that too, but it's not bitter. It's not super minty like you would think, but it is clear eucalyptus. It is very prominent in here. I never bought a Zaharoff fragrance before. Maybe I'll start with the blue one. I think a lot of people are going to want this fragrance. A lot of people. Asking for a friend. Yeah, sure. I've never tried any of the Rayon fragrances, actually. Anytime, sir. After Bonnie, what's your top? I would say La Tacita de Cafe, and I picked it up. But Downtown Deja Vu. The 90s shopping mall fragrance. Oh, it's such a nostalgia play. Great job, Mike. Final exams week's killing me right now. I got a couple minutes to jump in, leave a like, and say hi to y'all. Send of the day, Aqua de Joe, absolutely will. You're smelling good. Best of luck on your finals, Noel. For me to say I like it more than my own creations and more than Rosé, I'm not fucking joking with y'all. Like I said the other day in the live stream when I had George on here, the trolls and the haters are going to call me all kinds of shill and he's your friend. You're being by. I don't give a fuck. It is so good. The dent ain't going to lie. The dent is not going to lie. Y'all going to see? I've been spraying that bottle. It's so good. So good. I love it. I can't wait to just blurt everything about it. I've never tried a Pacific Chill clone. Oud Lemon Mint, females love it. Facts. Forcing me to blind buy. Good afternoon. Looks like I'm late again. Send of the day, Bonnie. We talked about that one quite a bit in this stream. Can't wait for Bloom to hit the UK. I know I'll like it. It's coming. I know Chris is going to get a supply. Chic Al Hermine. Better and stronger than Drakkar Noir and super cheap. Beach Life. Good to see you, sir. A little early, but I don't care. Mist Invictus Aqua 2018. You get soft live stream clap. Summer Vibes 4.0 we talked about here. Aqua Amara, we talked about Aquamarine, close enough. I talked about an Aqua Amara clone this morning, Sammy Andrus's Aqua Heaven. And Chrome Aqua, beautiful fragrance, and many others. Excellent choices, my man. If it's good, it's good. Fact. Indeed. So I'm going to end it on Kyler's comment right here. Zaharoff is my second favorite niche house. The haters are losers and need to get a life. What a great comment to end on. Thank you, Kyler. I agree. So I appreciate all of you for coming to hang out with me for a relatively quick live stream. Hour and 12 minutes is kind of quick for us these days. Normally we do an hour and a half, maybe a little longer. If you want some entertainment, some pure entertainment, he plans on cutting up. He did tell me he is cutting up. He is taking shots. He's cracking jokes. He's doing all that good stuff. Check out Equality Fragrances, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern this evening here on YouTube. He's talking the ultimate, undisputable, greatest spring list of all time, and he challenges everyone. So, which is funny enough, because when he and I did our Versens battle like 2 years ago, that was the topic. We did a spring fragrance battle. Funny enough. So shout outs to my man EQ. That is my brother from another mother. Definitely check out his live stream tonight. Make sure to like this stream if you haven't yet. Any of you that are into the clones, I had a highly requested clone summer fragrance that I was excited to wear for this year in summer. Kind of a play off of the summer video I did a few days ago. So I delivered this morning. If you want to check that out, definitely go check that out. And I'll catch you guys next time. No stream tomorrow on Wednesday. We will be back on Thursday on Justin's channel. Me and Justin on Justin's channel. I still don't know the topic. He hasn't told me yet, but we will be live on the Justin Copeland channel on Thursday. So I appreciate you guys. You have a great rest of your day. I've got some stuff to go take care of. Y'all have a good one.